Okay, Rambam. A lot of Maimonides' teachings. We are in the book of acquisition, business law. We're learning the laws of partnership in business. And we learned an interesting idea, but in partnership, or in any kind of business law, what you make up between two partners is, then becomes the agreement. But sometimes you'll make up, and therefore there is the default, shall we say, prevailing law. And by and large, that's what we're learning over here. So we're in chapter 8 of Shluchim V'Shutvim. So when a person gives eggs to a chicken farmer, right, you're giving eggs to a chicken with the intent that the chicken farmer have chickens sit on the eggs until they hatch. Right? You got eggs. Why you don't have chickens? Doesn't matter. Whatever. You're giving them to a chicken farmer, right? So you're creating now a partnership, right? And then for the chicken farmer to raise the chicks with a profit to be divided between them. The owner of the eggs must provide the chicken farmer with a wage for his work and sustenance as an unemployed worker. Sustenance as an unemployed worker. Oh, this is a very complicated stuff over here. Okay. The whole issue here about profiting from a loan. Because what did you do over here? You, in a sense, you loaned the eggs. So the laws of loaning in Torah are very strict because you're not allowed to profit from a loan, right? You have to give a free loan, no interest. That's when it comes to money, but it's not just money; it's things too. And that's in a more rabbinic law than it is biblical law. So this is where the issue comes over here, right? That's why that's why this is a bit different, this law, because we want to make sure that there isn't any kind of smelling of interest, right? So that's why you have to provide him a wage. Similarly, when a person evaluates calves and ponies and then entrusts them to a caretaker with the intent that he tend to them until they grow into large animals, with the profits being divided between them. The owner of the animals must provide the caretaker with a wage for his work and sustenance for every day, like an unemployed worker. Meaning, he's doing work, but why you call him unemployed worker? That's how you have to take care of his sustenance, right? He must raise calves until they are 3 years old and a donkey until they're capable of bearing a burden. He cannot sell the animal without the consent of the partner until this time. So they're partners over here, right? So if one evaluates animals and then entrusts them to a caretaker to fatten them, the profits to be divided between them, the owner of the animals must provide the caretaker with a wage for his work and like an unemployed worker. If the owner tells the caretaker, take the head and the fat tail for yourselves, exchange for the work, aside from the share profits, it is permitted. If the caretaker has other animals that he was also working to fatten it in addition rather to this one that was evaluated. And similarly, if one has other calves, ponies, or eggs, since he is caring for his own at the same time as he's caring for colleagues. Even if the owner gives him only a small amount of wage for the entire period of partnership, it is acceptable, and they may divide profits equally. Again, the issue over here is because you're loaning in a sense, and that you're profiting from something that's being lent to you. That's why you have to get the wage rather than That's how you're getting the profits. If the caretaker was already employed as a owner's sharecropper and he was taking care of the animals belonging to both himself and the owner of the field, the owner does not have to pay him anything as a wage because he's already making from being a sharecropper. They already make a percentage there. Okay. I would like to continue, but I can't.